today we're diving into a real estate investing strategy that most people don't talk about, Section 8. Did you know you could have guaranteed rent every month, even if your tenants lose their jobs? That's the power of Section 8 real estate investing. But before you jump in, you need to know the pros, cons, and the secrets to making it work. In this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about how to make money with Section 8 rentals. And by the end, you'll know if this strategy is right for you. Let's get into it. Alright, before we get into the nitty-gritty of becoming a Section 8 landlord, let's break down what it actually is. I mean, we're talking about building wealth here, so we need to understand the foundation, right? So, Section 8, officially called the Housing Choice Voucher Program, is a federal assistance program. Now, this program is designed to help low-income families, the elderly, and disabled individuals afford decent and safe housing in the private rental market. Think about it. Instead of having people live in government-owned housing projects, Section 8 gives tenants a voucher that covers a significant portion, sometimes even all, of their rent. And here's where it gets interesting for us as real estate investors. As a landlord who accepts Section 8 vouchers, you're not chasing down rent checks every month. Nope, you get paid directly from the government. That's right, Uncle Sam becomes your tenant's guarantor. This means fewer late payments, less stress chasing down money, and more stability in your rental income. It's like clockwork, which is music to any investor's ears, right? But hold on, before you jump in head first, there's a lot more to know about Section 8, both good and bad. We need to analyze every angle, just like any smart investment. So, stick with me as we uncover the pros, the cons, and everything in between. Trust me, by the end of this video you'll have a crystal clear picture of whether Section 8 is the right move for your real estate investing journey. Now let's talk about why so many investors are turning to Section 8. This government-backed program offers a range of benefits that can make real estate investing more secure and profitable. And honestly, when you look at the benefits, it's not hard to see why. Section 8 can provide a level of financial stability that is often hard to find in the rental market. First up, the big one, guaranteed rent. This is a game changer for many landlords. Remember how we talked about Uncle Sam being your tenant's guarantor? This means the government ensures you get paid on time, every time. That means even if your tenant loses their job, gets sick, or faces unexpected financial hardship, you still get paid. This can be a lifesaver in uncertain economic times. That peace of mind alone is huge in the often unpredictable world of real estate. Knowing that your income is secure allows you to plan and invest with greater confidence. Next, we've got high demand. Section 8 housing is in high demand across the country. The sad reality is that there's a massive waiting list for Section 8 housing in most cities across the US. This means you'll rarely have to worry about finding tenants. This translates to incredibly low vacancy rates for landlords. Your property is likely to be occupied most of the time. I mean, who wouldn't want a property that's almost always occupied? It's a landlord's dream. It's like a golden ticket to consistent cash flow. Regular, reliable income is one of the biggest advantages of Section 8. And speaking of consistent cash flow, Section 8 often attracts long-term tenants. These tenants are less likely to move frequently. Think about it. If you've got a voucher that helps you afford a decent place to live, you're not going to be jumping from apartment to apartment every year. Stability is key. This means less turnover, fewer headaches finding new tenants, and more stability for your investment. But wait, there's more. In some markets, the fair market rents, which are set by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, can actually be higher than what you'd get from regular tenants on the open market. This can significantly boost your income. That's right, you could potentially earn more with Section 8. Higher rents mean higher returns on your investment. So we've got guaranteed rent, high demand, long-term tenants, and even the potential for higher rents. These benefits make Section 8 a compelling option for many investors. It's no wonder more and more investors are adding Section 8 to their portfolios. The advantages are clear and can lead to a more secure and profitable investment. But, and this is a big but, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are some downsides and challenges you need to be aware of before you take the plunge. Understanding these can help you make a more informed decision. Okay, let's get real for a second. While Section 8 has some serious perks, it's not without its drawbacks. And trust me, you need to know what you're getting into before you dive headfirst. One of the biggest downsides is, you guessed it, government bureaucracy. We're talking paperwork, inspections, approvals, the whole 9 yards. It can be a slow and tedious process, and if you're not a patient person, It might drive you up the wall. Then there's the issue of tenant quality. Now, I'm not saying all Section 8 tenants are bad tenants, not at all, but the reality is because the program is designed to help low-income families, there's a wider range of tenant profiles. This means you might encounter tenants who aren't as diligent about property upkeep, or might have a history of late payments before they were on the program. And speaking of upkeep, Section 8 comes with strict property requirements. You'll need to meet HUD's health and safety standards, which often means extra repairs, renovations, and inspections. And trust me, those inspections can be thorough. We're talking making sure every outlet works, every smoke detector is up to code, and every appliance is in tip-top shape. So, while the guaranteed rent and low vacancy rates are tempting, you need to weigh those benefits against the potential downsides. Do you have the patience for government bureaucracy? Are you prepared to deal with a wider range of tenant profiles? And are you ready to invest the time and money to meet HUD's property standards? These are all crucial questions to ask yourself before jumping into Section 8 investing. It's not just about the financials, it's about your willingness to navigate the complexities and challenges that come with it. So take a moment, think it through, and make sure you're fully prepared for what lies ahead. Alright, so you've weighed the pros and cons and you're ready to dip your toes into the world of Section 8 rentals. Great. Now let's walk through the steps to get you started. First things first, you need to check your local market. Head online, make some calls, and find out what the fair market rents are in your area. You want to make sure that accepting Section 8 vouchers makes financial sense compared to renting to regular tenants. Once you've confirmed that Section 8 aligns with your investment goals, it's time to get your property approved. This involves contacting your local public housing authority, or PHA. They're the ones who administer the Section 8 program in your area. They'll walk you through the requirements, schedule an inspection, and let you know what you need to do to get your property listed. Now here's a crucial point that some landlords miss. Just because someone has a Section 8 voucher doesn't mean you should skip the tenant screening process. Remember, a voucher isn't a free pass. It's still your responsibility to find reliable, trustworthy tenants. So, run background checks, contact previous landlords, and make sure you're comfortable with the people you're renting to. And finally, before you sign on the dotted line, make sure you understand the ins and outs of the Section 8 lease agreement. These leases often have additional regulations and clauses that protect both you and the tenant, so take your time, read through everything carefully, and don't be afraid to ask questions if something's unclear. Now, if you want to truly thrive as a Section 8 landlord, you need to go beyond the basics. It's not just about meeting the minimum requirements, it's about excelling in every aspect of property management. You need insider tips, the kind that experienced investors use to maximize their returns and minimize headaches. These tips can make the difference between a good investment and a great one. So, here are a few pro tips to take your Section 8 game to the next level. These strategies will help you navigate the complexities of the program with confidence. First up, become best friends with the HUD inspection standards. I'm serious. Understanding these standards inside and out will save you time and money in the long run. The faster you can get your property approved, the faster you can start collecting rent. Delays in approval can lead to lost income, so efficiency is key. So study those standards like your financial future depends on it, because honestly, it kind of does. Every detail matters when it comes to passing inspections. Next, build a solid relationship with your local housing authority. These relationships can be incredibly valuable. These are the people who can make or break your Section 8 experience. Their support can streamline processes and resolve issues quickly. Be responsive, be professional, and be proactive in addressing any concerns they might have. Clear communication can prevent misunderstandings and build trust. Trust me, a little bit of effort goes a long way in this game. Your reputation as a reliable landlord will precede you. Remember how we talked about tenant screening? It's a crucial step in ensuring your property is well maintained. Well, it's time to put that into practice. A thorough screening process can help you find reliable tenants who will respect your property. Treat your Section 8 rentals just like you would any other rental property. High standards should apply across the board. Screen tenants thoroughly, check references, and don't be afraid to say no if something doesn't feel right. Trust your instincts. A voucher is not a substitute for a solid rental history. Always verify the tenant's background. And finally, if you're looking to diversify your portfolio and mitigate risk, consider investing in multifamily properties. These properties offer unique advantages. Imagine having a duplex or a fourplex where some units are rented at market rate and others are dedicated to Section 8 tenants. This mix can provide financial stability. This strategy can provide a balanced approach, offering both the stability of government-backed rent and the potential for higher returns from market-rate units. Diversification is key to long-term success. So is Section 8 the right real estate investing strategy for you? If you're someone who values consistent rent, low vacancy rates, and the security of guaranteed payments, then Section 8 could be a game-changer for your portfolio. But if you're not a fan of paperwork, government regulations, or the potential challenges that come with a wider range of tenant profiles, then it might not be the best fit. Comment below, would you invest in Section 8 rentals? Why or why not? Let's get a discussion going in the comments. Want more real estate investing strategies, tips, and breakdowns? Hit that like button if you're serious about building wealth through real estate, and subscribe for more game-changing content.